Euro pound analysis for Friday the 10th of November. Now, let's just have a look what happened with prices on the 9th of November. So 9th of November began there. Now, we did see some retracement from that 88.51 level. We did say we were targeting that 200 period average and possibly 88.20 for a possible bounce. Now, we did find a bounce, not at 88.20, but at the 200 period moving average just there. Now, from the 200 period moving average, we did get a strong break of 88.51. We did look poised at one point for a further continuation to the upside. Now, what proved difficult for 88.51 is, even though 88.51 is our major level, we do have a weekly pivot at 88.73. Now, price did come up to 88.73, but it was also coupled with the confluence of the 400 period moving average. So the 400 period moving average coupled with the 88.73, the weekly pivot, proved to be too difficult for prices. So we came up, we've tested, we've had some selling momentum, we've gone for another test, had some selling momentum. We've had several tests of this level. So we've had, let's just have a look, 1, 2, 3, essentially about 4 tests of 88.73. Prices did prove to be a rather resilient zone, a very strong zone, as we've had the confidence of the 400 period average and the weekly pivot. And we've seen some selling momentum come all the way back down to 88.51. Now, in around 88.51, it does appear to be holding as support at present. We do have these small candles here indicating that there hasn't been more continuation to downside momentum. So if we do get a turnaround again, we'll be talking 88.73. Now we would need, due to the fact that we have tested on several occasions over here on the left and we weren't able to break out above it, we would probably need some strong buying momentum to break above that 88.73, after which we're targeting 89 as a level, and beyond which over the medium to long term we'll be targeting 89.45. But we would need some strong momentum to come into the market to break above these highs, as we do have the confluence of the 400 period average and the weekly pivot. So strong resolution we'll be targeting, after which we'll be targeting that 89 level. Now, if we do go up, we do look poised for more buy side momentum. So if we do go up and we do turn around, we're talking that 88.51 level, below which we'll be looking for see if this 200 period average holds as well, just above the 88.20. Again, we've got a weekly pivot in around 88.20. The zone's very tight here on the euro pound. The levels are pretty close together, so it will make difficult trading. But the levels we'll be looking for is at 88.20, which was a weekly pivot in the past, is active as resistance there, has active resistance there as well. So we'll see how prices react in around that zone there to the downside. So 200 period average and the weekly pivot at 88.20. Below which, if we do break below there, I suppose the most recent swing lows in around that, where is that, 88. Let's just get the number on here correct. So most recent swing low was all the way down at 87. What is that? 87.95. Well, let's just use 88. So as it's so close to 88, we'll just use 88. So 88, before we break, looking at 88, if we do break down below these levels are identified, so below the 88.51, 200 period average and the 88.20. And if we do break below there, we'll be talking that 88 level, and below which we'll be looking for that very strong, well, it was previously a strong major level at 87.83. We have not seen a lot of reactions recently, although we did see some positive, well, a positive reaction there. So 87.83 is the major level we'll be targeting to the downside. I can't anticipate prices getting all the way. This is a 73. Yeah, well, actually, yeah. I would expect 87.83 to be the far end of the range and 89 to be the far end of the range to the upside if we do clear all the obstacles ahead of us. So the 88.73, and on this we'll be targeting, if we do break below 88.51, we'll be seeing how we react around 200 period average and the 88.20 before we can target around the round number of 88 and 87.83. Now, those are the levels we're looking at to see how prices react, and those the targets we've mentioned. The far end of the target to the upside 89, the lower end of the short side target, the far end of the range, we would expect to be in around at 87.83. We may trade all the way back down to this. We've got a previous swing all the way down to 87.40. I don't think we'll get all the way down there. I can't even imagine we even getting all the way down to 87.50. But we'll probably say 87.83 is a reasonable level. Now we're going to have a look at the daily and the weekly before we wrap up here. So I'm trying to be as concise as possible. So on this daily chart, what we have seen is we've come down to this 200 period average. We've caught a bid. We've seen a heavy retracement. A lot the retracement's a lot heavier than we'd like, but we've seen some more recently some buy side momentum come back into the market. So poised. Of concern, I'd probably say, is the most recent candle. So of concern is the candle on the 9th. We did see a bit of a wick, and it's not a sizable candle closing near its highs. So that's the reason why there might be some short side momentum in the market. But overall, we are operating within a bit of a range at the moment. So lower end of the range in around at 88.50, upper end of the range 90.24. As we've traded, we've recently tested the bottom end of the range, and we do appear to be winning a higher low. We do look poised for more upside momentum here on the daily chart, but we have to remain cautious as we've had a series of lower highs previous to our higher low. Now, let's just have a look at the weekly time frame. Overall, in the weekly time frame, we were in a we can see here we've had higher lows, consolidation, break, double top, and we've come down. We're still operating in the shadow of this very strong bearish candle just there. We've had 90.24 hold as well, so we're operating within the shadow of a bearish candle. 90.24 as held as well. The only thing is 88.50 has held to the downside. But overall, as we are trading quite a bit, we've had a series of lower highs on the weekly time frame. We would be short side bias, even though the trend is to the upside. The series of lower highs on a weekly time frame indicate there has not been much resolution to the upside. So we would expect more short side momentum in this market over the short to medium term, all the way down into areas of support where we'll likely see some buying momentum come back into the market. So that should wrap up the Euro Pound analysis. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.